Good morning and welcome to the show. I have a fine officer here from the Bay County Sheriff's Office and a good friend, Lieutenant Steve Nagy. Steve, thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Good to see you again.
Good morning.
You know, spring break is well nigh. Spring break will be upon us here very shortly.
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah, just in about 2 weeks or so, you're going to start seeing these kids, adults, whomever, is showing up on Panama City Beach. What are the things that we should look out for? I mean, if you're just a citizen who lives here, I just say, I steer clear of the beach during spring break. I just don't even go there.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I could.
But it can get dangerous, can it?
It can, beginning I guess about the first week in March, we're going to see just a very large amount of people showing up on the beach, and they're here to have a good time. And you're going to see a lot of traffic. So if you're a local and you've been here a while, you know how bad the traffic can get.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of pedestrian traffic, and there's a lot of drinking going on, and it's one of those things where, if you live in town, you're happy. If you live on the beach, you're probably not so happy that time of year.
Yeah, I would suppose.
So, our job is very vast in this situation because we're having to kind of we're having to put
a lot of effort into one area, I suppose.
It really is. It's really kind of relegated down to the super club area. That seems to be where everybody migrates to. Mm-hmm. That's where the big concerts are. So you're going to see a lot of traffic. We have big traffic jams on concert days, and that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. But it's here. And we're going to have to deal with it.
So for locals, it's kind of a mixed blessing. It's a good surge in business for businesses on the beach. It stimulates the economy. I get all that. But there are some quality of life issues.
Right.
And, if you're a parent of a college-age kid, which I am.
Right. I will be eventually, too.
Yeah,
so.
And your son comes home for spring break,
right.
which I think is the only reason he's coming home because we live in Panama City.
Sure.
What advice do you give your kids?
For my son, I probably would say I would like for him to go somewhere else because there's just so many people, and you can't really control that amount of people. You really try to, and we try to work with these kids. I mean, if you've ended up in the back of one of our cars, you've probably earned it because we don't have a lot of people to deal with this kind of a crowd. We do the very best we can. So, when you get a lot of people in one area that are drinking, you have fights. You have people, getting alcohol poisoning, and there's, and the illegal drugs and the legal drugs that are being dispensed. We do the very best we can. So, I would say this: you probably want to know where your kids are at.
It's not necessarily the college kids either, is it? I've heard this term 100-milers.
There's a mix. You have college kids that are here to have a good time, and we expect it. I mean, and I pretty much grew up here, and it's great, it's fun, and we don't want to stop that. But then you have a mix of people that may come in from out of town that don't even have a reservation to stay here, that are here, and some are here just to party, and some are here because they're up to no good. They're here, some commit robberies while they're here. A lot of things go wrong, so you really have to be aware of your surroundings if you're a spring breaker here. If you're just down from Georgia, you're on college break and you're walking down a certain street very late at night as the bars are getting ready to close, and you can be approached by people asking you for directions. Next thing you know, you get hit in the head and your cell phone's gone. I mean,
that can happen.
It happens. We have our robberies. We have little strong-arm robberies that increase. So you really need to. Number one, if I'm a spring breaker, I travel with my group of people. I kind of have a swim buddy, somebody that I'm accountable to.
Buddy system.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then we get a lot of calls the following morning after a big night of the spring break party, and we get a lot of missing person calls, and they're not really missing. They've gone and ended up somewhere else, and it is incredibly dangerous. You do not know who you're going to encounter here.
Yeah, there's always an incident.
Sure.
Steve, we have to run off to the local weather, but on the other side of that, I want to talk more about some of the precautions that we can take, and maybe you can tell us a few war stories about spring break that kind of enlighten us as to what's really going on down there.
Okay.
You're watching Waking Up with Don. I'm with Lieutenant Steve Nagy, and now to your Waking Up with Don weather. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Lieutenant Steve Nagy from the Bay County Sheriff's Office, and we're talking about spring break and what to expect. We talked about some of the pitfalls of spring break. Right. There is increased crime on the beach.
Right.
You got these 100-milers that come down here to maybe, prey on the females there, drugs. I mean, you've got all that coming to the beach during spring break.
Yep.
So it's not all good, clean fun, and it's not all college students. What's the sheriff's office going to do this year to make sure that people are safe on the beach?
We'll do a lot like what we did last year. We bring our mobile command out to the beach, and it's right there next to the Navy base. We have what we call the Welcome Center, and it's a mobile jail. We bring the jail to the beach.
Welcome Center.
Yeah, it is comical, but and honestly, with the amount of people that end up going to jail, unfortunately, we have to find a way to streamline that. So we bring the jail out to the beach. We have ambulance stage there, and you can get information there as well. But this year, we're really going to ramp that up at night. And also, the second thing that we've done is during the daytime, we've dedicated officers that are going to work at least a minimum, probably 6 a day, six men per day, and women, of course, that will actually be assigned to the sand down where the problems are. We made the national news last year, and it was when
Hannity does a special on spring break out of control.
Yeah,
that's not what I want to be known for here.
Absolutely,
Panama City Beach, Bay County. We're more than a spring break destination. I mean, we're a community.
Agreed.
And, we've got families, we've got homes, we've got schools, we've got churches, we've got children. And I think it's incumbent upon us to support the police departments and law enforcement and keeping that under control. I've had people on this show sitting in that very chair who have said that, it gets so crowded in those clubs sometimes that you couldn't possibly control it if it got out of control.
And you couldn't. If you lose control of that situation, you've got a real problem. And
I mean, you're on the edge of a riot.
You really, and I've been down there in the middle of it, in the sand. When you start to lose control of something like that, you literally have to back off a little bit and work smart, because you can make a situation worse if you don't have the manpower to handle it. And clearly with these crowds, even with additional staff that we'll be putting down in the sand, we don't have the manpower to handle crowd of that magnitude if it truly gets out of control. So we're trying to work it smartly by getting down ahead of time with these officers and talking to the kids. There's some new ordinances that are out. If you're down on the beach now, behind the clubs or anywhere, you have to possess an ID card that indicates that you're 21 years of age to possess alcohol. If not, you're in violation.
So you keep your driver's license in your bathing suit if you're drinking on the beach.
You need to have it with you. If you don't, you are subject to being arrested. It's a new county ordinance. It qualifies as a misdemeanor. You can be given a notice to appear, or you can be arrested. You can be cited, and we're working out all the details on that. But it is a tool.
And how are we educating these young people on that requirement?
Right now, we're going to put out information at all of the condos that we can. We're going to start dispersing that, and then as each day when we start this operation, we'll have our deputies that work in the sand specifically, and along with Beach PD,
kind of spread the word.
We're going to spread it. We're going to get out there early. If we see you coming to the beach with your cooler, we're going to go, hey guys, once you get down there, if you don't have this, you don't want to have it, you could go to jail. And we're not there to lock people up. We are there to try to help prevent this, because we understand the magnitude. You can't arrest everybody. We don't want to arrest everybody, but we will do our job the best we can with the amount of people that we have, and we don't intend to let it be a free-for-all anymore. And that was never our intent, but frankly, you were dealing with manpower issues.
Yeah. Well, Steve Nagy, we appreciate everything that you and law enforcement do to keep spring break legal, safe, and fun.
I appreciate it.
And thank you for everything you do.
Yes, sir.
And you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Linda Berman from Capstone House right here in Panama City.
Okay,
Linda,
which camera?
You don't look at the camera. Look at me. Forget those guys. Nobody watches.
Okay.
So you need just
All right,
you and
just
me are
look at you.
talking. Just
Eyes
look at
on
me.
you. Okay.
Don't worry about it. Linda. Thanks so much for coming back on the show. Because the last time I saw you, you were Cleopatra. You were dressed as Cleopatra.
That's right.
Because you guys were having a party at Capstone House. And,
Halloween party.
yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you had a Halloween hypnosis comedy show.
That's right.
At Capstone
that's right.
House.
It was fantastic. It was great, and everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm so glad it worked out.
Yeah.
And now Capstone House, for people who don't know, it's sort of like a community center. It's an alternative learning center.
That's right. That's
Where
right.
you guys do some things that are not necessarily traditional.
That's right. Well, I brought our little Capstone House brochure with me, and we do studies in life and ecology and cosmology, holistic health, which we do a lot of holistic health, nutritional longevity, a lot of scientific studies that we do, philosophy, parapsychology, so a lot of different metaphysical.
Yeah, so if you're interested in exploring new ways of thinking about the world, that's kind of the place to go.
That's the place
sort
to
of
go.
metaphysical stuff,
Right.
not necessarily for everybody, but if you're interested in that stuff, why not?
That's right.
What
That's
the heck?
right.
Now,
Right.
I understand that you guys have a new website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, when you look at it, it's a picture of, on the front, the main page is a pyramid, and it kind of takes you into the future. And it's a very easy access, very easy to get around, lots of pictures.
All right.
So,
And what's that website?
it is capstonehouseinc.org.
capstonehouseinc.org. Okay.
Right.
So if we want to learn more about what you do there,
Yes.
we'll just kind of click around.
That sounds great.
And I know you guys are about improving people's lives.
Yes.
Yes. Through alternate therapies and non-traditional ways.
And helping to heal the inner self.
Yes.
Right.
And I know we talked about this chakra
Yes,
last
the
time.
chakras, yes, all
Chakra
the
chi,
chakras.
it's all the same
yes,
to me.
Yeah.
And I know there was some therapeutic hypnosis that goes on there as well.
That's right.
Because, my friend and yours, the
Yep.
lady hypnotist,
Benita, yes.
can help people to stop smoking,
Yes.
to break bad habits,
Stress management.
weight loss.
Weight loss. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's incredible that the results that have been happening, and more and more better results too. The more people that you go into your inner self, and you understand what's happening within, and then you can heal within, and then it shows on the outside.
Yeah, I guess it does. And just having that inner peace, or at least being able to deal with your own emotions,
Yes,
and
yes.
it helps you to deal with the world around you much better, doesn't it?
And Don, a lot of people have, the main thing is forgiveness. People have such a hard time forgiving themselves for what they should have done, could have done, and they didn't do. So that's the main thing. So we try to heal the heart. Once the heart's healed, then we can heal ourselves.
And you do that through innovative ways that
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
you can't get, in
Right.
other
A lot
venues.
of support, a support system also. So.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with both you and Benita. You both of you, and everybody I've met there has a certain sense of peace about them. That's admirable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Linda, and good luck with your endeavors at
You're
Capstone
welcome.
House.
Yeah.
And we hope to
Remember,
see you again soon.
our website, capstonehouseinc.org.
capstonehouseinc.org.
Yes.
All right, we'll make sure to learn more about it. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It is Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for Live 850, and this week we've got Kristen Gramazio, who's going to get us smart on what's going on this weekend.
Yes, we
Well-
have a lot going on, so we have some
Yeah, like I
exciting
dropped my
things.
glasses. That's what I got going on.
That's always good.
Well, welcome to the show, first of
Thank
all.
you very
Yeah.
much. Yes, for this weekend we have some great things going on. We have the Corks and Canvases, which is going to be at
Yes.
Harpoon Harry's. Tickets are still available. If you buy them at the door, they are $55. If you get them in advance, they will be $50, and that starts at 6 p.m. It's great wine, craft beers, art auction, and the proceeds are going to the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Northwest Florida.
Now, I went last year to that, and it's a really good time.
I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to it. A lot of my friends are going, so I think we're going to get some
Yeah.
tickets and go
Corks
as well.
and Canvases, and it's such a good cause, too.
Yes, absolutely. So I definitely want to check that out personally. But we also do have at the Twisted Brew, we have Erin Marone.
Yes, we've had
Yes.
Erin on this show. Very
Awesome.
talented.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would be another good one to see. And that's at 6 p.m. We also have at Newbies, they're going to be the Panama Blues Review, and that's at 9 p.m. So if you want to pick and choose and go to, a few of them, you can absolutely do that on Friday.
Yeah, that's the great thing about having this, where is it, handy little app. That,
Yes.
we all carry these things around with us. And, trying to find out what's going on around town when you're already in the car,
It saved me
Yeah.
and my girlfriends many times. You're driving around, what do we do now? just open up the app, and there it is.
And there it is.
Perfect.
It is. So, and if you don't have it on your phone, you just go out there and you can download it. You know,
It's on the iPhone store and on Apple and Google Play.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you have your phone or your iPad, you can have it everywhere.
And the best feature of it all, it's free.
Hey, who doesn't want free, right?
Well, not the phone, but the app. The app is free.
Absolutely.
You know? So you might as well have it on it, because before that we were thumbing through newspapers or just word of mouth trying to find out. And one of the biggest complaints around here was that I didn't know that was going on until it was over. I didn't know what was going on until I saw it on the news.
Yeah, before I had this app, I would just hear about things. Oh, did you go this weekend to this? And I'm like, what happened?
Like, who knew?
Who knew? Exactly. And now that will never happen. So you'll always be where the place is. So that's good.
Well, Kristen, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Well, we still have Saturday.
Oh, are we done?
No.
Oh, we didn't even get past
we
Friday.
have a lot, yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead. What's going on Saturday?
We have,
I was already like throwing you out of here. God.
We have the Twisted Brew again, and we have open mic with DJ Big Yesh. So we have that, and then on Saturday as well at Newbies, again, we have the Panama Blues review.
Okay. So we got a full plate of things to do this weekend.
Yes.
All right. So we got Friday night, the corks and canvases. I mean, if
Great
you don't do
cause.
anything else, do that at least.
Yes.
And it is a great cause.
Yes.
And you know, these kids need guidance, and that organization needs money.
Yes. Perfect thing.
Okay, now I can say it?
Yes.
Kristen, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And telling us, you know, what's going on around town.
Yeah,
And remember, Live 850.
Live 850. It's the way to go.
And hang out. Live 850.
Hey, you
it's
like
the way
that.
to go. We
Yes.
just invented a new slogan. All right, make sure to get out there. Corks and Canvases this weekend and all the other stuff. Check it out on Live 850. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to the Waking Up with Don show. I'm Pamela Elliott with Elliott Vocal Studios and Talent Agency. And we have some great talent here. We have Southern Sunday. And go to their Facebook page. It's Southern Sunday 850 and like their page. You're going to really love them. Guys, what are y'all going to be singing today?
We're going to be singing a song that we all kind of put together about Bay County here. We haven't quite figured out the name for it exactly yet. It's either Bay County or our side of town. And we got to give a shout out to our boy Jordan Hobbs that kind of helped us out with this song too. So
Awesome. Take it away.
call your friends, tell them get dressed fast. It's Friday night and a check just cashed. We hit 231 in Bayou, Georgia. Them 35s rolling on my and Barbed Wire Creek's playing at the Boggin, and Cooter's got the whole crowd rocking. We hit Scotts Ferry Road, there ain't a cop to pass. Don't be scared, boy, put your foot in gas. Let me tell you about where I was raised. Well, here in Bay County, the spring break's good, but you can't kick it like we do out here in these woods. We stand our ground, looking face to face. If you kick our ass, you got a hand to shake. We wear our boots and our wore-out jeans. The bonfire in the fields just right for me. And the country girls are like a summer heat shining down on our side of town. Deer Point Lake, throw out a line, call up your friends, we just killing some time. If we head to the beach, some all-night bars, come on baby, it ain't too far. Let me tell you about where I was raised. We're here in Bay County, the spring break's good, but you can't kick it like we do out here in these woods. We stand our ground, looking face to face. If you kick our ass, you got a hand to shake. We wear our boots and our wore-out jeans. The bonfire in the fields just right for me. And the country girls are like a summer heat shining down on our side of town. Ooh, yeah. Well, here in Bay County, the spring break's good, but you can't kick it like we do out here in these woods. We stand our ground, look you face to face. If you kick our ass, you got a hand to shake. We wear wear our boots and our wore out jeans. A bonfire in the fields just right for me. And the country girls are like a summer heat shining down. Well, I said the country girls are like a summer heat shining down on our side of town. On our side of town. Well, here in Bay County, the spring break's good, but you can't kick it like we do out here in the